Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ABD Stadium here at Broadmeadows Valley Park for this round 26 NPL Victoria clash between Hume City and Kingston City. It is the final day of NPL competition in this 2019 season, and we have as much as 7 different matches being played simultaneously at the same time. You can catch all the live streams on Facebook and YouTube under the NPL Victoria pages. The coaches having their last say as Hume City enjoy what looks to be very gorgeous conditions for football in their final round match of the season. Hume City's season has been very, very good for standard so far. They've just closed out the top 6 in the NPL this year. They've managed to accumulate 41 points in 25 games. That is 12 wins, 5 draws and 8 losses. 40 goals scored and 32 conceded, meaning that they do clinch that final spot for the 2019 finals series. And referee blows a whistle to kick off here as Kingston are in their away strip, shooting from left to right on your screens. The long ball gets played up. And Kingston with some early pressure. It is, however, though, Kingston who do need the result, as they do find themselves in second last position with 20 points. The 13th spot, which is one of the automatic relegation places in the NPL. And it is a 3-horse race for that playoff spot between Dandenong Thunder, Kingston City and Pascoe Vale, with the points on 21, 20 and 18. That means that today's results can completely shift the way the table looks in terms of relegation, which means that not only will the Avondale and Heidelberg race for the minor premiership be exciting today, we've also got this relegation battle as these teams try to stay put in Victoria's premier football competition. All the other games around the ground, we have Altona Magic hosting Pascoe Vale. Altona Magic sitting 11th and Pascoe Vale sitting 14th. And Pascoe Vale need the win if they are to have any chance of staying up for the 2020 season. Bentley Greens are hosting Avondale in a massive clash where Avondale will need 3 points, but they're also going to need a result elsewhere. We'll get to that one. Dandenong Thunder at home are playing against Melbourne Knights, which is the other game that coincides with this one that we have here, as Dandenong Thunder are the ones that are holding that 3rd place playoff spot, the promotion relegation spot, which is 3rd last in NPL. They are holding it at the moment, which means a win from Thunder will see them live on to see one more day at least. But any slip up from the Thunder against the Knights, and that's when we could see the likes of Kingston City here or Pascoe Vale in the other game, causing some damage and flipping the table with some final day drama. as Kingston are looking to break here. Hume a bit short in numbers in the back. The long ball comes across, and some great early play here from Kingston, and that opportunity there just skied it over the bar, but it was close to finding its way into the top corner. The Oakley Cannons are hosting Green Gully. That is a game of two teams who are secured for the finals, which means we may be watching that one repeated very soon. And the final two games will see South Melbourne hosting Heidelberg United. And Heidelberg United, after last week's massive victory against Avondale, now are in the driver's seat to take the minor premiership today at the conclusion of today's matches. And the final game to mention, which already has a goal in it, Port Melbourne Sharks are hosting Dandenong City, and Dandenong City has taken a 4th-minute lead, which means JL Murphy reserve, Port Melbourne are down, but both teams are safe. Therefore, mostly playing for pride there today. Marco Chiang does enough there to get the ball. Comes to Brown. Theo Markellis searching for Danny Dixon, and Dixon can get to it, but does force the Kingston defender to commit. Markellis is calling for it. Harris is in there as well, looking for it. But Danny Dixon's taken his time. Hard to miss there, Danny Dixon, with his bright green boots. And some more great work there from Bennett to ensure that Hume City do not get their way here at home, as it's Mark Ellis. And Tennant. Back to Ochieng. Ochieng with a bit of time and space. Danny Dixon's calling for it. And it's Bosdelgan. Make sure he gets good enough of a touch. And Hume City looking to create something here as the ball's whipped in. Comes to the back post. It's Danny Dixon. He's got a bit of time. He's going to take it on the left. Does just that and tries to whip a ball in, but goes all the way out for what seems to be a goal kick. And there were a few protests there. Maybe claiming that it took a touch and he wanted it out for a corner, but it wasn't going to go that way. And it is the visitors' goal kick. Great vocal support here for Hume City. As you can see on the camera on the other side, they've got the Turkish flag flying high. But once again, as I mentioned, a very successful season for Hume City this year, as they, for the first time in the club's history, found themselves in a position where they secured themselves some silverware, claiming the 2019 Doherty Cup final over Melbourne Knights just 2 weeks ago. It's Ochieng, back to Tennant. And it's Ochieng again. Great pressure there. And the long ball looks for Caniglia. Can he get there? He does. Keeps it alive. Looking for options now. Caniglia whips it in at the back post. And Erhan Yalaz couldn't get there as the battle between the two number 12s. It was Mark Ochieng who got the better of the two. Great work there from Theo to turn. He turned Harris, but eventuated to nothing as it's Feta Hagic who goes forward. Gives it out to Iakonis. Iakonis has a player to his left. It's Yalaz, and the ball comes straight through the middle looking for Legrand, and it did find its way all the way out for a goal kick as the visitors were unable to pounce on that opportunity there. So we've played 10 minutes here at ABD Stadium, and around the grounds in all 7 matches, there's only been the single goal so far as Dandenong City took a 4th-minute lead away from home against Port Melbourne. The referee has blown a whistle there. Yes, I believe that's Tidmarsh there who lost the boot in that last play, but it's going to be Osugi to clear this one out of dangerous territory for the visitors. And it was Tidmarsh who we found, and it's with Yalaz. Gives it out to Antequera, and Hume were unable to deal with it. It goes out for a corner. This one's going to be an in-swinger. Whipped in, looking for a head, doesn't get one. Hume City looking to break forward, but unable to do so successfully. And great work there by Danny Dixon, who's got the beating of the defender at the moment. And it is Buzdogan who does challenge there. And interesting that The referee did not pull out a card there for what looked like a professional foul by Umut Buzdogan. It's with Tidmarsh. Gives it to Fetahagic. And it's to Bennett. It's with Theo. Theo, great little work there. He managed to connect with Caniglia, but it did run out of play. But the pressure's still on the hosts. As the hosts concede a corner. We do have news from Lakeside Stadium, though, and it is South Melbourne who have conceded. And Heidelberg are leading 1-0, and might I say, have put one hand on the trophy. And there's the goal for Kingston. Fantastic whipped-in delivery, and Hume City's defence was caught stagnant, and the visitors, Kingston City, have found the opener. Fantastic work there by the visitors to give themselves the lead. They haven't completely had the upper hand in this first half, but they've been playing a very nice brand of football. And as easy as you like, it is Anthony Theo who opens up the scoring. "16 minutes played here at ABD Stadium, and it's the one goal that separates the two sides. It was Anthony Theo and great pressure there. That was fantastic work. That was by Alex Caniglia, who was trying to press Wilson into losing the ball, and ended up very, very close at stealing it off the experienced defender. And had Caniglia broke off there, you would have thought that Kingston would be securely 2-0 up. A bit more news around the grounds. Oakley Cannons have opened up their account on the final day as they lead now against Green Gully 1-0. The long ball makes its way. The safe hands of Michael Weir. I know it's very, very early in today's matches, but should it stay like this? Fantastic work there. Oh, what an opportunity. Great work from Kingston City. It was Legrand who tried to play it through to Theo, so Theo could double his tally for the day. But as I was saying, with Kingston City, the position they're in at the moment, with these 3 points that they have in their hands, they do enough. This result here will be enough as the results currently stand for Kingston City to upset Dandenong Thunder on the final day. As Thunder are yet to score, and should Kingston win here, a draw for Thunder is not enough. Comes out. It's Caniglia. And it's fantastic work. Legrand finds Kingston second. And the visitors have a strong, strong grip on today's contest. 19 minutes played. It is Hume City 0, Kingston City 2. First one came to Theo. Second one went to Legrand. And Kingston City are letting everyone know that they want to be in this league. It's with Tennant. Plays it long. And a bit more news around the grounds. Just as Kingston make it 2, Dandenong Thunder get their lead against the Knights. And it is 1-0 for the Thunder, which means on the live ladder they do return into that third last spot. And now, with Kingston having a firm grip on this contest here, they will be hoping that the Melbourne Knights can conjure something up over there at Dackland Stadium in Dandenong. Kingston City have started off the better of the two teams, and it is visible to see by the scoreboard. Some great teamwork and some even better awareness has helped the visitors find themselves in the position where they are. And not many would have expected Kingston to have a 2-0 lead inside the first 20 minutes. And Hume City showing their frustration, conceding to the long balls and not being able to create anything to note as of yet. And it is Bennett will be playing it out, but it was Iaconis who did give a little touch, but and it's Dixon. Great work from Ben Bowler. And it's with Tennant. Back to Tennant. Gives it to Michael Weir. And is he going to go for a long one? He does. Looking for Mark Ochieng on the right-hand side. Can't find him. But it does come out to James Brown, who does get a toe onto it, but it does sift out for a Kingston City throw-in. And the throw-in goes long. Looking for Legrand. Legrand trying to go on the turn, but Mark Ochieng gets the better of him. And a bit of stability in midfield for Hume as they look to create. Dixon with a tough ball towards his centre-back. Forces the long. And it's Iaconis, gets a touch on it, gives it to Legrand, and it's out to Irwin, the captain. Plays it out to Yalaz. Yalaz looking to beat Ochieng. Is he going to go left or right? Chooses left. Skips past Ochieng, but doesn't. Ochieng makes sure to stand strong and not let himself get bullied. And a bit more news coming out from Jack Edwards Reserve. It is Oakley Cannons. They do have a 1-0 lead, but now they also have a man advantage as Green Gully have seen red inside the first 22 minutes at Jack Edwards Reserve. It's with Bennett. Bennett gives it to Iaconis. Long ball out to Caniglia. Caniglia with a bit of time and space. He's going to look for Legrand. Doesn't get there, but Theo gets a touch. Back to Caniglia. Caniglia takes a strike. And fantastic work from Michael Weir. The ball wasn't approaching at a very fast speed, but Michael Weir showing his footing and balance to get down and meet the attempt. Bowler gives it to Dixon. Dixon to Wilson. Wilson to Marcellus. Marcellus using that lean body, trying to turn. And it's Bowler. Can't find any penetration. Gives it to Marcellus. Marcellus out to Tennant as they look to go out the other side. And Yalaz gets right in front of Ochieng there to make sure that Ochieng's touch does not find a teammate. And it is Yalaz who ends up with the ball. Long searching ball looking for Canilia. Canilia at the back post. Can't get to it. And it is Iaconis on the chase now against Bowler. Iaconis gets the better. He's got two waiting in the middle. He's got two. It's Canilia. Canilia makes it 3. And Kingston City are running rampant here at ABD Stadium. It is Hume City 0, Kingston City 3. 25 minutes played here at ABD Stadium. Some great football here from the visitors. They have put themselves right on the money today in terms of preparation and in terms of performance. It's very, very early in this contest, but Kingston City are looking very, very stable. If you've missed any of the goals, as Kingston City are trying to break again, it's Yalaz. Plays a 1-2. Yalaz on the right boot. Finds Iaconis. Makes that 4. And can you believe it? It is Kingston City who have netted a 4th. And this one was put in by Iaconis. And it is 4 goals from 4 different suppliers. It was the 15th minute where Theo opened up the scoring. The 19th minute, Legrand made it 2. Only about 2 minutes ago, it was Canilia who made it 3. And Iaconis has now made it 4 inside 27 minutes. Good pressure there. Fantastic from Kingston. If you have missed any of those goals from the visitors, they were 15th, 19th, 25th and 26th minute. Comes to Dixon, who's got a bit of time on the ball, but plays it back to Wilson. And it's with Tennant, who plays Buzdagun. And it's with Howard. Howard looks to slip Mark Ochieng through, but Ochieng wasn't on the same wavelength as Howard now makes that trip to Osugi. Bit more news around the grounds. And at Kingston Heath Reserve, it is Bentley Greens who find themselves 1-0 down to Avondale, as Avondale netted a 23rd minute goal to take the lead. And with 1-0 results everywhere except for Altona Magic versus Pascoval, which are still scoreless, this match here at ABD Stadium does strike as the most entertaining as of yet. Kingston doing what nobody thought Kingston would do, netting 4 in the opening half an hour here at ABD Stadium. It's Michael Weir who plays it out to Wilson. Wilson's got some time. Plays Marcellus. Marcellus facing his own goal. Tries to look for Tennant. Puts Tennant under a heap of pressure. And it is Erhan Yalaz who has the ball now. But great recovery there from Hayden Tennant as Mark Ochieng comes around. And it is the battle of the 12s again. And Ochieng does get the better of Yalaz. But Hume City playing a very dangerous style of football here. Putting themselves under unnecessary pressure in the defense. As Danny Dixon is communicating, but not doing much to receive the ball. As he should be coming feet now, but they are forcing the long ball, and that's what happens when you start to force it. And Cornelia makes it rather easy for Dixon to run away with the ball. Great recovery from Tidmarsh there. And they're not happy with that challenge there. The challenge came on Ben Bowler, but it will be a yellow card. Can't completely make out who it was that received that yellow card, but I believe it could be Erhan Yalaz, as more news comes in from Kingston Heath, and Avondale have made it 2-0 against the Bentley Greens. Therefore, Avondale are in the driver's seat, but they do need Heidelberg to drop points. And remember, Heidelberg are leading at the moment. Therefore, it'll be very, very interesting to see how things turn out here. Just remember, it is final day of the 2019 regular NPL season. Round 26, and the weather couldn't have held up any better to see out the home and away portion of the season. And it is Legrand who's already on the score sheet, as Kingston attacking with patience. It's Caniglia. And did let it run out. I was expecting a bit more of a push to maybe win the ball there, but with a 4-0 lead so early in the game, Kingston City will be hanging for half-time. We quickly run around the grounds. Altona Magic and Pascoval are still in a stalemate, 0-0. Bentley Greens are 2-0 down at home to Avondale. Dandenong Thunder are up 1-0 against the Melbourne Knights. Right here, Hume City find themselves 4-0 down as Cornelia blasts that one over the sponsorship board. Oakley Cannons have a 1-0 lead against Green Gully, who are down to 10 men. Port Melbourne are down at home against Dandenong City, 1-0. And South Melbourne find themselves 1-0 behind against the interim champions, if you will, for now, Heidelberg United. So searching ball there from Irwin, looking for Legrand, but couldn't find him as Michael Weir made sure to get the touch. Hume City once again forcing that long ball. This time they do actually get penetration. It is James Brown. He does have George Howard in support, but great tackle there. That was some fantastic defensive work, ensuring the challenge came in. It was all ball, ensuring no contact in the box. as this outswinger from Buzdogan is whipped in. Looking for Bowler. Bowler looks to get a head onto it, but misses it. And it's Harris. Gets penetration down the left, and instead of whipping one across the face of goal, he skies one past the back post, and it is back out for a goal kick for the visitors. On the benches for both teams, for the visitors, Soleimani, Tonios, Hatzikoris, Conte, and Zwed. And for the hosts, Monahan, Hewitt, Lazaridis, Cooper, and Kapuranovsky. Great work from Osugi. Find Bennett. It's with Caniglia, who looks to thread it through to Bennett, and it was millimetres away from going through. Great chasing there from Theo as Marcellus was under a bit of pressure, but found Tennant, who gives it to Brown. Brown on the turn, looking to fix his feet, dispossessed. Great work there as Kingston look for a fifth. It's Yalaz, doesn't go to whip, gets it through the legs, takes the second player. It's Yalaz, tees it up, and Canilia, I believe, no, it's Canilia on the ball now. Down on the right, looking to get past, and does enough to conjure up a corner. But it was Damian Iaconis there who received the ball from Erhan Yalaz, but just did not have the room to strike, as Kingston are avidly searching for this fifth. And oh, what a surprise it would be if they were to find it. It's whipped in. Bit of time in the box. Comes out to Irwin. And it's whipped back in. Great hands. Should I say great leap from Michael Weir, as it is Hume City who are looking to break, and George Howard caught in possession, had so much time and space to play it forward to Harris or Marcellus who were going forward, but it was Howard who got dispossessed. Did enough to win the free kick, however, but was holding the ball way too long, as does James Brown, and Hume City don't look up to it at the moment. It's given to Ochieng. Comes out to Marcellus. Back to Brown. Ochieng with a long searching ball. Howard's there, but Osugi gets enough. And Canilia's on the chase. Does get there. Looks to play Legrand, but way too close to Michael Weir. Long ball comes across to Dixon, and he is offside. Half a protest from Dixon, but does concede the decision in the end. We are live and interactive, ladies and gentlemen, on NPL Victoria Facebook and YouTube pages. We have 7 matches running simultaneously at the moment, with all of them in and around the 40th minute mark, as it is the final day of the 2019 NPL regular season. Theo with quick feet does enough to win a throw-in, as Kingston City will be slowly milking this till half-time, as they find themselves in a very, very good position. It's Cornelia. Gives it to Theo. Theo looking to create some space. Is able to do that in front of Harris. Gets past Harris very easily there. Whips it in. Probably not the best choice of ball, but it comes back out the second time. It was great work there. It was Theo, the first goal scorer. He got past Harris very, very easily, but then when he came to whipping the ball in, did not make the right choice at all, as he should have kept it low and driven instead of searching for that second ball. A little press there from Yalaz. And that's enough to win the ball. Keep possession. It's the name of the game now for Kingston City. If they can just hold the ball and play it out into space, they are completely in the driver's seat. It is Yalaz. Finds a teammate, but Ochieng gets the better of him. It's with Harris. Can't skip past one. It's with Irwin. Irwin gives it to Cornelia. Cornelia wants to go to the right. Gives it to Irwin. Irwin whips it in. It's heading to that back post, and questions could be raised. Where was Erhan Yalaz? But did come very late. And the referee has stopped the play for something. But it looks like it is going to be a corner for the visitors. Long ball played in from the corner, and danger averted, and it is out for a goal kick. Hume City with possession, but currently not creating anything with it, just holding it. It's with Bowler. And one thing about Hume City is they're constantly going for that long ball. They're unable to find penetration through mixing and matching of passes. There hasn't been many moments of play where Hume City have been able to create anything. They've been second to the ball most of the first half, and it has been an outright performance from the visitors, Kingston City, who have shown absolutely every inch that they want this win and they want to stay up. It's with Dixon. Gets the beating of Bennett and has the ball on the left. He's got three players in the middle and one lurking at the back post. It is Dixon, but fantastic work. That was Aydin Fetahagic with the tackle. There was perfection in the slide, making sure that it was all ball and no man. Hume City will want to take advantage of this opportunity. In swinging set piece. And it breaks at the back post, but don't get any foot onto it. And it is Caniglia. Gives it to Iaconis. It's with 1-2 Iaconis and Caniglia, and it is back out for a Kingston throw-in. Double news. First from Paisley Park. Pascoval have taken a 1-0 lead against Altona Magic. And Dackland Stadium, Dandenong Thunder, have a 2-0 lead against the Knights. Therefore, it is Caniglia. Some great work there. And that was very, very late. It was Ben Bowler there, very, very late. And some more news. Dandenong City have taken a 2-0 lead over Port Melbourne. So the three teams who face relegation today, Kingston City, Dandenong Thunder and Pascoval, all hold leads at the moment. Kingston City winning away from home 4-0 as the fourth official puts up 2 minutes of additional time remaining here. And with what may be the final piece of news in this first half from, look at the strike, heads out for a corner. Heidelberg United have taken a 2-0 lead over South Melbourne and firmly hold that first position atop the NPL standings. Gets a whip in instead of back post. Now they're on the chase. Marcellus boots it long. As we are facing the sun, it's gorgeous weather for football today here at ABD Stadium. I remember the last time I was here for the Doherty Cup semi-final when the Melbourne Knights defeated the Bulleen Lions. It was myself and Chris Gleeson up here on the tower on the far side. And that was one cold night to remember. But here at ABD Stadium, round 26, half-time, it is Hume City 0, Kingston City 4, and it was a great start by the visitors who are in a relegation battle. It was some great work in the first half, and thanks to 4 different goal scorers who are Theo, Caniglia, Legrand and Diaconis, it is the visitors who have a 4-0 lead. My name's Josip Herzog. Thank you for being here with me today, and I will be back in about 15 minutes for the second half. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ABD Stadium for this round 26 clash between Hume City and Kingston City. And I'm not sure if you just saw there on the camera, but it was number 14, Mitch Cooper, replacing number 8, James Brown, as the first substitution of the match. If you're just joining us and you see the scoreboard, yes, that is quite right. The visitors, Kingston City, have a 4-0 lead here against Hume City, something that no one would have guessed, but it was Anthony Theo who opened the scoring in the 15th minute. It took 4 minutes later. It only took 4 minutes for Legrand to make it 2. And then Caniglia on the 25th minute mark made it 3. And Iaconis made it 4 just a minute later. And to have 4 within 11, inside 11 minutes, they scored 4 goals, which is fantastic from the visitors. And Hume looking to get some space here, but a bit of a shoulder charge there from Erhan Yalaz. Not enough for a yellow, but referee wanted Hume to have the free kick. And as we look around the grounds, Altona Magic are 2-0 down to Pascoval. Bentley Greens are 2-0 down to Avondale. And Mitch Cooper there is offside, the latest to join the field. Dandenong Thunder have a 2-0 lead at home against the Melbourne Knights. Oakley Cannons are 1-0 up against Green Gully. Green Gully are down to 10 men as Hall was sent off. Port Melbourne are down 2-0. Well, just funny, as I said that, 2-0, Port Melbourne have crawled their way back into it with a 50th minute goal, and it is 2-1 over there at JL Murphy Reserve. It is Yalaz looking to take it on the left, puts it on his right foot. He's got time and space, and he does hit the deck. And there was shouts for a penalty there, but they have been waved away by the ref. It was Erhan Yalaz who was looking to go to the left, and as he took the ball onto his right and got in between the two defenders, it looked as if he was brought down. And Kingston just need to continue applying the pressure. It's Yalaz up against Ochieng. Once again, the battle of the 12s. Gets a ball whipped in. Goes to the back post, but doesn't find a teammate as Hume City get this one out. It is with Mitch Cooper. Tries to head it on for George Howard, but can't go any further. And that was Antequera who gave it back to Osugi in goals. It's Antequera again. Looks for the searching ball into the midfield. But Kingston do enough to take control of possession, as it is Theo. Does give it away. It's with Mitch Cooper. Cooper's got Harris to his right and George to his... Howard to his left, but didn't choose any of those options. And Mitch Cooper, as the freshest player on the pitch, should have done a lot better there. Bit more news around the grounds. Dandenong Thunder aren't as comfortable as first thought, as the Melbourne Knights have crawled their way back in, just like the Port Melbourne Sharks, as the score at Dackland Stadium 53 minutes in is Dandenong Thunder 2, Melbourne Knights 1. Should the Knights be able to find a second and equalise at Dockland Stadium, that will make this one here a lot more interesting, as that would mean Kingston would be in the safe spot. And Yalaz turns, getting chased by Ochieng. Ochieng's chasing, doesn't get to him. It's with Iakonis. Iakonis on the left boot, doesn't shoot, gives it to Yalaz. Yalaz back on the right boot, pushed off the ball twice and does enough to draw the foul. Fantastic work there by Yalaz, who very zippy winger and very quick with his feet. We have Bennett and Theo are over the ball. It looks like it's going to be Theo, the man who opened up the scoring. And tried to go on the deck there, but the wall for Hume didn't jump. Mark Ellis trying to get away with the ball and has done enough to draw the foul. Long ball looking for Ochieng. Yalaz gets to it. It's the winger showing his defensive work and puts a foot in there, knowing the challenge would come. And Theo Marcalis will be a lucky man, and is so, to walk away with that without a booking. And it is that battle of the 12s again, with Mark Ochieng and Erhan Yalaz. Once again, Ochieng just using too much body to check the winger, and did enough to bring him down. Tidmarsh is over the ball. He's got Antequera to his left. He can go short, or he can whip this one in. Decides to whip. Takes it to the back post, and it was Yalaz who was standing in an offside position. But had the winger been more aware of that situation, maybe could have put himself in a goal-scoring opportunity. Yeah, but it is with Weir. And George Howard all the way back. Shows how deep he's having to come to receive the ball to his feet. We are with a cheeky chip to Ochieng. Ochieng goes short. Referee doesn't like it. Go again. Doesn't like it. Goes for the long ball. Mitch Cooper looking for it through. Does get control of it. He's facing. It is Marcalis with the shot. And hits right off the back of Harris, his own teammate. And what you could say was the best action that Hume have created so far. To no avail, as they still find themselves in this uncomfortable 4-0 predicament, as we're heading into the hour mark and into the final half an hour of regular season football of NPL Victoria for 2019. And it's with Legrand. Legrand tries to cheeky flick back. And Mitch Cooper has a bit of room up against Osugi, and it comes to Cooper for a second bite at the cherry, and he wasn't able to bring it to fruition as Hume City still find themselves 4-0 down here against Kingston City. Yalaz wants the ball. It is Caniglia going forward, gives it to Legrand, plays it forward to Iaconis. My apologies, that was Theo out wide on the right, who's now up against Ochieng. Great work from Yalaz. Yalaz holding off the man, comes out to Legrand. It was very, very cheeky there from Alex Canilia as he tried to put it through Legrand with a little touch, trying to penetrate, but it wasn't to be. As I said a couple minutes ago, we're heading into the final half an hour of the 2019 regular season. It is Theo. Gives it to Antequera. Now it's with Yalaz. Antequera looking for the ball across, and it gets there. Great work from Yalaz. Antequera with the left boot, trying to find Legrand, but was unable to get the precision that was needed. And with that offside call, into the 60th minute, and a bit of news from the governing body of this competition, Football Victoria is partnering with the Victorian Responsible Gambling Foundation for the Love the Game round this weekend. The Love the Game program aims to reduce the exposure of young people to sports betting promotion and help young people understand that sport and betting don't have to go together. 85 Victorian football clubs are already signed up to Love the Game. Learn more about the initiative at lovethegame.vic.gov.au. Great strike there. That was Damien Iaconis, just as I finished reading that. And that one was close to rattling the bottom of the net as the home side look to go to their bench. And looks like it's going to be a substitution. And substitution for the hosts. It is number 18, Ben Bowler, coming off and being replaced by number 6, Harry Monaghan. And just as the ground announcer reiterates that change, more news coming from Dackland Stadium, and Dandenong Thunder have managed to make it 3-1 as George Howard looks to break. Has Marcellus on the right. Marcellus has Cooper in the middle. Cooper and Howard looks to go over the top of both of them and find Harris, who does connect with the left boot, but Kingston's goalkeeper, Osugi, puts his body on the line and ensures that the danger is averted. As the sun is setting on tonight's round, it is Kingston City who have the upper hand, and a big upper hand that is, with a 4-0 lead. But unfortunately, with the way the matches are panning out at the moment, those 4 will not be enough, as 3 points here will only count should Dandenong Thunder slip in their quest against Melbourne Knights. But with the current score of 3-1 for the Thunder, it doesn't look like it's going to be Kingston City's day, despite the massive result on the scoreboard. And it's Theo. Takes the shot. My apologies, that was Tidmarsh who took the free kick. It's Dixon. Gives it to Cooper. And it's with Buzdogan. Back to Buzdogan. And looking to get a strike. Can't get onto it. It's Ochieng. Ochieng is fouled. And just as we wait for this one to be taken by the hosts, to send my regards to someone who was supposed to be here with me today, in Chris Gleeson. For those of you who do follow the ropes of NPL Victoria, that name would be very, very familiar to you. Chris Gleeson unfortunately suffered a concussion last night and ended up in hospital. Therefore, he is unable to join me on the call today. But I do send my regards to Chris, and even though it would be a lot easier to be doing this with him here, I hope he gets the rest that he needs, as Hume City do put it into the back of the net. I believe that's Harris who's found the back of the net, and it is Hume City 1, Kingston City 4. As the vocal supporters on the other side have not stopped singing all game, and it is young Harris who has found the back of the net in the 64th minute of play here at ABD Stadium. Confirmation of the goal scorer there, Tommy Harris, number 16. It is Dixon to Buzdagun. And Danny Dixon makes sure that don't lose the ball. Great work from Harris. It's with Mark Ellis. Hume City going to have to create something here. Sticking with that long ball, and well read there by Antiquira. But let's give a long ball of his own, and just gives possession away. And Buzdogan is dispossessed. It is Irwin. He's got Theo to his left. It is Irwin. He's going to go by himself. Can't get a shot out of it, but despite Theo's best efforts to keep it in, it is out for Dixon's throw-in, as we have another substitution here. And it's Erhan Yalaz coming off. I believe it's Tonios who has rejoined. It's with Harris. Dixon. Long ball out to Dixon, but doesn't continue his run. Turning into a very big midfield battle. Here's Suleimani. Fresh face for Kingston. Just confirming it was Suleimani who did come on for Erhan Yalaz. And the ball, fantastic save there by Michael Weir. It was Antakira who got the shot in, and Michael Weir with the one hand not only ensured that it doesn't find the back of the net, but ensured that the whole attack was dispossessed there. It's with Marcellus, but Irwin gets a foot in, and Marcellus is the guilty party there. And looks like Kingston's going to make their third and final substitution. Looks like Theo will be coming off, as I just try to work out who's going to be coming on to replace him. And I believe it will be Dante Conte coming on to replace Anthony Theo. Fantastic work from Suleimani there, as that substitution becomes official. It is Anthony Theo coming off for Dante Conte. Anthony Theo, the goal scorer who kicked off the proceedings here today for Kingston City in the 15th minute, found the back of the net after there was a scramble in the box, and Theo said, "I'll take it," and took advantage of the situation. It was Legrand then 4 minutes later who made it 2. As Antakira looks to get past Just as I was saying, it was Legrand who made it 2 in the 19th minute. As challenges are flying thick and fast, it's Marcellus. Gives it to Harris, a goal scorer for the hosts. Caniglio made it 3 on the 25th minute mark. Yeah, Cronus made it 4 just a minute later, as it is Mitch Cooper. Mitch Cooper looking to turn, has a bit of room, can't find any shooting space as he looked to give it to Harris there. The man who has already been on the score sheet. And just as I mentioned there, in the 63rd minute, there was Tommy Harris, who got one back for the hosts, making this contest a 5-goal thriller so far, as Hume find themselves 4-1 down. It is the 73rd minute here, as both players are fighting for it, and there was something left there by Dixon, but Antikira and Dixon aren't happy with each other. But Legrand gets the better of Tennant, and as he looks to play it to Iaconis, can't find a teammate, but just as he got the ball there, Legrand, with the little cheeky header over the top, he felt the pressure of Tennant and Wilson coming towards him and panicked in terms of giving the ball away. But they are in a comfortable position. But unfortunately, for the Fanatics out there, there hasn't been any final day drama just as of yet. As we quickly run Dixon, the back post, finds Cooper. It's with Harris, who's back facing his own goal. And great defensive display there for the visitors. As the ball comes to Legrand. Legrand panics once again. He's got to hold the ball a bit more. He's got a lot more to offer, especially with his size. And could be for the hosts. It looks like they'll be heading to the bench as Nick Hegarty is preparing a substitution here right in front of us on the far tower. I believe it will be number 13, Matthew Lazaridis, joining the play. But we will wait for a break in play for that to occur, as the long ball doesn't find Antikira from Iaconis, and it's Danny Dixon who's looking to penetrate now. Far away from his position as right back, but can't find that final ball. Would penetrate. And Hume City 1, Kingston City 4, 73 minutes played. And just getting confirmation of that substitution. It will be number 13, Matthew Lazaridis, joining the play, and he will be replacing number 9, George Howard. George Howard hasn't had much to celebrate, especially here today. He's been a shadow within that Kingston City defence. Hasn't been able to create anything, as you see the slip there. And Harris looking to conjure something up. Has Howard in support. Howard has the ball. Is he going to whip it, or is he just going to keep it there? Plays it nicely out, and it's with Dixon. Gets a little whipped one. to Ochieng, and can't create anything as Kingston go the other way. It is Iaconis. That's Irwin. My apologies. This is a leg round. Back to leg round. It's with Iaconis. Trying to use tricky feet to confuse the defenders as George Howard tries to turn. Dispossessed. It is Suleimani. Suleimani doesn't know where the ball is and does enough to get it, but they do cough it up there, and that will be the end of George Howard's match today, as Hume City do have the finals to look forward to. "77 minutes played here at ABD Stadium. Soon we'll be entering the final 10 minutes of the regular season. Long ball goes out to Lazaridis, who's just joined the play. Can Hume make it 4-2 here? There's 3 waiting in the box. Goes for the third option. It's Markellis. Doesn't get onto it. It's with Harris. Gives it back to Markellis. 2 waiting in the middle and goes for that back post, which he cannot find as he just skies it over the bar. And with Cooper waiting and Lazaridis waiting, maybe Markellis could have picked a second option instead of going for the shot, but it is out for a goal kick as most of the games head into the final 10-15 minutes of regular play. We'll look through the scores one more time. Altona Magic 1, Pascoval 2, 79 minutes played. Bentley Greens 0, Avondale 2, 78 minutes played. Dandenong Thunder 3, Melbourne Knights 1, 81 minutes played. Hume City 1, Kingston City 4, 78 minutes played. Oakley Cannons 1, Green Gully 0, 76th minute. Port Melbourne 1, Dandenong City 3 in the 80th minute. And South Melbourne 0, Heidelberg United 2 in the 75th minute. And looks like Lakeside Stadium will be, if it stays like this, the place where the minor premiers are crowned. And in 15 minutes, if the results stay the same, that will be Heidelberg United taking the crown and heading into the National Premier League's finals, national finals, should I say, where they will be the Victorian representative up against all the other champions from the other NPLs in Australia. It is Suleimani, and great turn there. It was Conte, but now we got Cooper, and he has been pretty quick for Hume. Has been putting himself into some dangerous positions and attacking with purpose, Mitch Cooper, but unable to find the back of the net. And it's Conte. Makes its way out to Suleimani, who has to come and receive it. It's with Conte. Skips past Markellis. And now it's with Iaconis. He's got the switch on. Doesn't go for it. Suleimani. Kingston can turn here and play it out the other way. They don't decide to do that, but it goes over to Iaconis. And now he's turned on the Jets. He's got a bit of room. He's found some space. Played it through to Legrand. Legrand takes the shot. And that's 5 for the visitors. Great work there. And it was Iaconis who got the better of these defenders and headed into some space and played it through to Legrand. And with the left boot, finding that top left corner past Michael Weir. It is Hume City 1, Kingston City 5. Just as that one went in, we have more news as Port Melbourne have pulled another one back and currently losing 3-2 at home to Dandenong City with 8 minutes to play in that one. "23 goals today so far across the 7 matches. Which is great to see. And the ball comes in. And a bit more news around the grounds. Bentley Greens have had a day at the office to forget, as Avondale have scored a third and hold a 3-0 lead at Kingston Heath. Long ball. For Antikira, finds him off the touch of Dixon, but Antikira's got space, looking to put in Legrand, who's on his hat-trick. He's struck twice. The man with the long hair. Nick Tolios calling for his men to drive. Suleimani, he's onside, and Legrand was there in the middle, waiting for the delivery, but maybe too much ball watching as he could not get in front of the goalkeeper. It's with Suleimani. Looking to play through Tidmarsh. Couldn't find the pass. It was Feta Hagic. Great ball to Bennett. Bennett doing some great work out on the right. And Iaconis, one who assisted the 5th goal. And the ball comes across the face of goal, and there will be a Kingston player chasing that, but to no avail, as the 3rd and final substitution for the visitors is about to take place. And it'll be number 14, the man I just mentioned, Damian Iaconis, coming off for number 18, Tonios. Great work from Iaconis. Managed to score the 4th and assist the 5th, adding to this excellent performance from Kingston City away from home. We're into the last 5 minutes here at ABD Stadium. It is Harris. He's got 2 waiting in the middle. And he was looking for Mitch Cooper, but couldn't find him with the direct ball. 7 Hume players forward. Can they get something from this? Did end up in a dangerous area, but there was no red shirts around it as Kingston turn on the Jets. Can they find a 6th here before full time to close off their season and unfortunately close off their time in the top flight of NPL Victoria? Got to enjoy these final few minutes as the ball gets whipped in. And just a bit more news. Oakley Cannons have now doubled their lead against Green Gully in the 84th minute. It is Oakley Cannons 2, Green Gully 0. And as we wait for Kingston to whip this one in. 5 players in the box waiting. Went to Conte, but didn't make an effort to win it as Hume come away with the ball. Plays it through. And Mitch Cooper once again. As we're going to have 4 minutes of stoppage time here at ABD Stadium to close off the 2019 season before we head into the final series from next week onwards. Long ball comes out to Antakira. He's got a bit of time. He's taken it on the left. And Cornelia was chasing, but was unable to latch onto that one. As the 4 minutes of additional time. I can see the board from here. They haven't been put up yet. And just like Oakley made a push for that second goal, they've got 2 in quick succession here, 2 in 3 minutes, as it is now Oakley Cannons 3, Green Gully 0. And the 4th official gives the O's those added 4 minutes. And just like that, Dandenong Thunder book their place in the promotion relegation playoff with another goal against the Knights. 4 minutes into stoppage time. It is Dandenong Thunder 4, Melbourne Knights 1. So as it stands at the moment, as we are in the final few seconds, or should I say minutes, of this season, it will be Heidelberg United running away with the minor premiership after Avondale spent most of the season dominating at the top, holding, from memory, good 7-point lead at one stage, and playing undefeated for most of the first half of the season. But Heidelberg United do win the minor premiership. All of the top 6, including the ones in red on your screen, do head into the final series, but the top 6, as it stands, will be Heidelberg first, Avondale second, Oakley Cannons third, Green Gully fourth, Bentley Greens fifth, and Hume City sixth. That'll set up contests between Oakley Cannons and Hume City, and a contest between the two Greens, the Green Gully and the Bentley Greens. Not to forget that Hume City have a very quick turnaround now. On Wednesday night, they will be in Adelaide in the round of 16 FFA Cup competition. They are scheduled to play Adelaide Olympic on Wednesday night. And that'll be a fantastic match between two NPL opposition. And as Hume City's run in cup football has always been positive, there is no question as to why they wouldn't be able to get through that challenge on Wednesday night. Of the Victorian clubs, it is just Hume City and the Moreland Zebras remaining, as the Bulleen Lions were knocked out by the Moreland Zebras and the Melbourne Knights were knocked out by Adelaide United. But the Moreland Zebras have been the talk of the town, and they are the first ever second division team or second tiered team to make it into the final 8 of Australian competition, as it is Mitch Cooper here. There, Mark Callis. The ball comes out, and that was Lazaridis. Did take the shot on the left boot, but Osugi did just enough to get in front of it and make sure to stop the effort. Avondale full time, 3-0 victors over Bentley Greens. Pascoval full time, 2-1 victors over Altona Magic. And Dandenong Thunder have secured their 4-1 win over the Knights. Dandenong City held on in the end to get that 3-2 win over Port Melbourne. And Oakley Cannons are seconds away from defeating Green Gully 3-0. And full time here at ABD Stadium. It is Hume City 1, Kingston City 5. It was Theo in the 15th minute who got things started. Legrand then made it 2. Just 4 minutes later, on the 25th minute mark, Caniglia made it 3. And then Iaconis made it 4 just a minute later. And they held that into half-time, having the 4-0 lead at half-time. It was Harris who came back and got one back for the hosts to make it 4-1 in the 63rd minute. And with 10 minutes to go, it was Kingston City getting another one through Legrand, doubling up tonight. But despite the result, a sad day for Kingston City as their fate is secured in the second tier of Victorian football competition next season alongside Pascoe Vale. As we do have the relegation confirmed, it will be Kingston City and Pascoe Vale heading down, and Dandenong Thunder stay alive for the moment as they head to the promotion relegation playoff. And a massive congratulations to Heidelberg United, who run away with the minor premiership of 2019. My name is Josip Herzog. It has been a pleasure to have your company on the call today and many times throughout this season. From myself and all of Football Victoria for the 2019 regular season, we say goodbye.